And in these times of market fluctuations and economic uncertainty, where should the smart money be? For some answers, Channel News Asia's Melvin Young spoke earlier to Mark Paine, director of Meyado Private Wealth Management, and started by asking where investors should be parking their funds during uncertain times such as these.
Well, the first thing is no short-term panic. You have to look at realistic timeframes now. So thinking 2-3 years hence, there's some great buying opportunities out there.
Such as where?
Equities. Stock markets are cheap right now. Okay, we don't know where they're going tomorrow, next week. 2-3 years from now, though, we're pretty bullish on the fact that they're going to make some good gains.
All right, let's look at some of the specific sectors now. Financials, they pulled back a little bit in the equity space.
Yes.
Would you advise investors to go into financials now to bottom fish?
Very much so. You know, buy when there's blood in the streets is the old adage. You know, if you're buying when people are very, very pessimistic, selling when they're optimistic, you're going to make some good money.
But why are you so optimistic about financials? What sort of fundamentals are you looking at?
Well, we're looking at all the sectors that they're getting involved with. We're very much in a global financing economy. So a lot of companies now, they're struggling in their home markets, but they're looking at places like Brazil, Russia, India, China, Asia in general.
You know, the subprime issue, obviously nobody can put a bottom at this point in time, but it is the subprime issue that has caused financial stocks to pull back from what they've seen, say, in the last year or so. Yes. How do you think the subprime issue is going to play out?
I think it's got a long way to go yet. I think we are looking at another 18 months to 2 years of very tumultuous times.
So how bad can it get?
I think the US is leading the way. I think we are going to see it play out in places like the UK. That will also have knock-on effects in the Singapore local marketplace. So I think we have got a way to go before we hit the bottom.
And I understand you're also bearish on property, on the property sector. Why is that?
Yes. Well, again, the subprime is going to kick in across the globe eventually. The trouble is now property values have gone up so high that the rental yields and the investment yields that people are making are no longer attractive. So people are slowly putting property onto the marketplace now.
And what would your advice be for your clients in terms of their property portfolio?
I think if people are getting unhappy with the yields that they're making, then there are lots of other buying opportunities out there, and now may not be the worst time to sell.
And where would those buying opportunities be?
Well, again, we've got globally, you've got places like the US, very cheap to buy into now with the currency and the market values, and lots of sectors which are quite interesting, specifically in the commodity markets. Agriculture, for example, is being a very popular play right now.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about commodities. I mean, I know you're quite bullish on that front right now. Where would you advise investors to go in terms of commodities? Would it be metals? Would it be coffee, grains? What's
well, as I say, agriculture is very, very interesting. Anything food-wise is looking very good right now. Metals, I think, probably have had quite a good run, might be getting a little bit pricey right now.
That's Mark Paine, director of Meyado Private Wealth Management, speaking with Melvin Young.